Hello, my name is Susan Madison, and I am with the Beaufort Housing Authority in Beaufort, South Carolina, and I am the Family Self-Sufficiency Coordinator. And the Family Self-Sufficiency Program, I always describe it as one of HUD's best kept secrets. And the program helps FSS participants who are ready to become more self-sufficient to achieve their dreams. Well, it's just a 5-year program, and what we do is we sit down together and we work on their plan. And the plan and the dreams are theirs. We're just there to help facilitate that, and we help them find the organizations and tools that they need to achieve their plans. I enjoy working with the program because we see small successes throughout the program. I had one of my participants who joined the program in August of 2015, Kim Rodan, and it was just a pleasure working with her. Ms. Jordan had been in the program had been with the organization she's been working with for a number of years in the same program. And a position came up and she wanted to apply for it. And she felt a little hesitant about applying for it. And we went through the interview process. And I'll let her tell you about that process and how it went forward.
Um, I was hesitant about applying for the job because it had been a while. My current position, I've had that job for about 8 years. So it's been a while since I've interviewed, and I kind of, in the past, I've had issues with interviewing. Like I know material and everything, but sometimes it's really intimidating. And I just felt like I needed to brush up on some interview skills, and you helped a lot with that. The coaching sessions, they helped a lot. I'm very grateful for the FSS program because the counseling, it was just a lot of services that were needed, things that I realized that I needed help with. In addition to the interview skills, there were also the other classes that were offered, even the life coaching and self-esteem building. All that was very important, and it helped me to make the decision to apply for that job. It gave me the confidence to apply for the job.
Good, good. And one of the things that I really enjoyed was during that coaching process, I actually saw Miss Rodan just blossom, and she went from being very closed. And we did a mock interview process where I act as the interviewer, and Miss Rodan was being interviewed. And during that process, I could just see her open up, and I could see her becoming more confident. And at some point, she came to me about 2 weeks later, and for some reason she said, I don't know if I'm going to go through with this. And so we talked about that, and we got through that.
Well, I was very grateful for the mock interview. That helped a lot. Um, it sort of showed me where my weaknesses were, what I needed to work on, so I could present my best self forward. So I think what sort of made me change my mind and think, well, I'm not so sure if I want to go through this is we had been in the division at the department, we had been going through some other issues in that same program area. And that sort of just made me, well, I'm not so sure if I want to really dive into this. But after we talked about it, you sort of gave me the confidence that, hey, I know this job, I can do it. And I went in there and I nailed it.
And when I talked to her, because I think she called me right away, I called her right away because I knew when the interview was going to be. And when she told me about the interview, I was just so elated for her. And didn't someone take you aside afterwards?
Yes. When during the interview, I was actually ready for it. My interview that day was scheduled for 11 o'clock. And so I had two other people ahead of me. And I was just sort of anxious and waiting for my time. And the panel, there were three people who did the interview process. And although I know these people because I actually work with them daily, there was a little bit of nervousness there still. But I managed to get over it, and I was told that I nailed it. I showed self confidence, I showed everything that I knew about the program, and the hiring manager actually took me to lunch immediately afterwards and told me that I nailed the interview. I was the best candidate, and basically that I had the job.
So we are both real excited. I don't know who's the most excited. I don't know if Miss Rodan is the most excited or if I'm the most excited. And even though there's a high chance and they kind of ensure that she's getting the job, in situations like this, even if the person, the participant, doesn't get the job, they feel a lot better and they have the experience and they have the skills and the techniques to sit in interviews. So each interview gets a little easier. So we see this as a success.
I do too. I I feel I feel sort of empowered, I guess is a good word for it. I feel that with the coaching and the help along the way has led me to this. And even if something goes wrong and this doesn't work out, I feel confident that I can move forward into something else. I really do. And I thank you for being there.
Well, thank you for being there. And again, that's what this program is about.